Alright, let's get these things started. There'll be a lot of reading over here because we're going to be building up the great build-ups of work. Let's see what we'll be doing. The greatness of our build-ups, really. So we got picture over here. Get the basic things going on up in here. Need some trains over there as well. I need the patriotic calling. It's gonna be a bit of a process over here. I think I remember how to do the things, sort of stuff in Ukraine and all the paths that you can get. Anyway, we call out to every Ukrainian man who knows the interests of Ukraine in his own. President Mikhanovsky needs your help. As communism pulls our subjugate our beautiful nation to their interests, he has dissolved rather for good of our country and we enter hard times. Hard solutions are required to preserve Ukrainian independence, and so, if you desire what is best for the country, call upon you. Challenges ahead are great, but a purified national republic awaits after them. Very national republic. Just gonna take a long while to get the things going over here. I should probably also read these as well here before I actually get started. We're not gonna read him stuff over there because it's not really important over there. I'm going against a lot of stuff. You're securing the page in theory, but still black flag hangs over us and is written. Political death, national death, cultural death for the Ukrainian nation. We are filled with ultra-modernist cosmopolitan ideas from the West of low-quality goods of leaks. We may have kept Russia at bay for some time, but in return the Poles took advantage of us to meddle in our affairs, brainwashing us for their sweet and treacherous lies. We must defeat the Poles and those who serve their main enemies necessary. Radical socialists and radical capitalists alike are guilty of our current state. Their puppets of Warsaw and nothing more. We cannot allow them to gain any political ground in our homeland, as only patriotic socialism under Mikhanovsky's political revolution can lead to a prosperous Ukrainian nation. Like our forefathers before, we must combat such as our duty demands. It's funny because like I'm pretty sure everyone besides Bandera can probably still remains in the Intermarium. Cannot say words today. Yeah, very interesting stuff going on out here. For the Ukrainian vis, you're securing the independence in theory, but still a black flag. Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Using at the spirit of Kamenetsky. Can I read that? Then that we got also the Varshava tug. That's a new one thing added. Members of the Varshava Vetrug enjoy close economic diplomatic relations, each having great access to the resources of others as a regular trade partner would. As well, the pact set the vital lifeline for minimum nations surrounded by reactionary forces. All sorts of reactionaries. So I'm doing with that. So for this. To no one's surprise, the president became controversial, but Mykola Milovsky had perhaps exceeded his predecessors. He was precisely why he was slain of his death. Rewriting the report, a large organization opposed in the declaration of martial law. The dignity of it all. Did no one else in this country see the land pulling behind the attempt, the hand up pulling behind the attempt to oust him, and soon after he declared the occupation of Lviv? First was his old ancestors, the USDRP. He knew them very well. Julius Spartacus Polinophiles. I think I say Polinophiles. Polinophiles. Poland lovers. Traitors. Led by Marshal Petrushki's lapdog Simon Pilera. The sweet-talking Vladimir Vonnichiko. I think he's actually another leader, by the way. I don't know much about him. Of course, they were both were foreign puppets. If you could just have the plural chef for post collaboration, it would have been done already. But being known as the father of the Ukraine's independence shielded him. Vinchenko was no better, a Berlin radical cloaked in innocent utopian naivete, still the touch when needed. Then there was the OUN, officially the biggest nationalist party in the country, unofficially Ukraine's biggest mental asylum. Yevhen Kovalevich's were almost bearable, the grandee of the old god, but he was keeping a little generation of the years. Although since he supported his temporary dictatorship, but Nazi saw his fears confirmed when he told reports. The Banderites in the night saw him as a means to displace Konovalets. Stepanov there was a good patriot, but his men were practically terrorists, and Bohan Antonich would probably go down in history as the national poet. But clearly that Knights of the Sun God wasn't just a silly name for an artistic circle. Coaches and killers were his way to the party, not much of a choice. That's for the Communist Party. But unlike the other opposition, of course, were arguably the most repulsive, Bolsheviks ready to serve their Moscow hordes. The text of Mikhailo Semenko, the current leader of the UKP, were especially repulsive, who wished to eradicate Ukrainian culture in the face of the earth. Stevchenko and others meant nothing to him. At least his rival is Arkanovich felt some patriarchs stirring against the Russian, but a pragmatist running the UKP was probably more insidious. One couldn't be arrested without learning others, and Manasseh felt another decision developing. At least the social revolutionaries and the liberals, UNDO, were too weak, too paralyzed, or too supportive of him to matter. It depended on suddenly aware how narrow the path he was treading. Walk carefully as to not drown. I think I've heard that before, but yeah. Remember those other paths can become, parliamentary can become paths at some point, that would be interesting. I guess we're gonna go with that moderation field. Off on you. The on third. The Russian Ukrainian nationalists have made up of nationalists like us, but unlike us, they are naive, untested, advocating for a great upheaval to turn Ukraine into a modern country. For our interests overlap, we need to keep an eye on them, or else the youthful energy could be exploited by the communists to destabilize the Republic. We cooperate for now, we must be prepared to cast the leadership into the dustbin of history and absorb the more malleable men from their ranks. And then dead. Another way to rest. See who wins the upcoming election. If we can take over. Yeah, I mean, we should get the ceasefire over here. Ceasefire at some point over there. This is an important event, so I'm going to make a save here. And sit there and wait in the middle of Ivy. Mikhail spent the next hours thinking how to settle the matter of the UN could be the easiest to figure out. Is it on? Either way. He could co-op one wing. He have a gun point at the rest of the party, and of course, please discredit his collaborators. His scheme was revealed. Take them all down with his ship if it's sacked. Still, Banderi's mentioned that mutual don't self. Almost seem like natural allies, at least. Young Republican revolutionaries supporting a Christian spirit, ethnic nationalism, and a social form of state. Two obvious problems for themselves. Bandera was too obviously ambitious and does stuff national collectivism for the his best shot of communism, or the poorest sanitation. I keep saying sanitation. The young father of diplomatic catastrophe ready too. Senior great Star Wars of the Russian followers after they were caught could be terrorism in Poland. Of course, everyone says hope fervently for Green Ukraine to break the yoke of the Muscovites and Harbin. But was Bandera seriously considering the adventures across Eurasia? A madness. But speaking of math, the October of the Order of Knights of the Sun God under Volodymyr Shein and Doldan Antonich. Ancient Ukraine civilization that war against primitive Russians, returning to paganism. Crimea has received the hyper-advanced solar civilization. I think I heard this, actually. The rest of the UN would flee to his side the night somehow found a way of power. Well, laugh. Of course, the less laughable manner was the light to get permission from French Canalis and Porza Druga. A promise from Roman knights as a socialized economy sounded like the seed of a national treasure for Ukraine, but ideally, they were too alienated to become an uncontrollable threat against them. Mikhanovsky stretched his head against the window across the room. Ustak outside, but you can see a small crowd protesting against him. It was a little smaller than yesterday, but these meant the ranks had gone to the ground. Better catch the snaking out and hide, then let it hide in the barrel of strike. Scratched his head again, and his moustache. Slowly pulled out a official stamp to issued order. Finally decided, Antonich to divide the UN. No one smelled part as the Solar Knights allied with the government, but it was a fall, so would they. And we need them to fall. That's how we're going to gain power, so sorry for security and just over here. I'm trying to move my mic over here. So the first couple episodes definitely just gonna be reading out events and all that till we get to that good stuff. Anyway, no place for natural anarchy. The Assyrian despots. The other one is ultimately a mob destructive without even grasping what they destroy. They don't understand the truly effective program must be surgical. And confederation that alien civilizations, systems, destroy infrastructure. New Ukraine must play a hand in the nationalist form of anarchy. Certainly, there's no place in Ukraine. Place in the eradication to the Ukraine. It should be. Okay, that's a wow. Pretty smart in this. No truth with the organization. There's a ceasefire. Over there, good job. I'm gonna get to do some interesting shit. That's Warsaw. Do find interesting that they got the Warsaw. The League Solaire. I wonder if there'll be a Pro League Solaire at some point over there. That would be. Let's just see. This is anarchy. So their common interests. The own the government share priorities. We can't allow them into the government. Lead our actions to preserve military trade against the trade union, Poles, Jews, Russians. Did they give ourselves slavery tacked out? By giving the union a small for lower total security, we'll buy the loyalty, and the loyalty will pay itself for our secure our state. Yes, having the fucking revolutionary national mob as like your own little police force that could surely, absolutely not backfire in any sort of way at all. This will absolutely go out 100% flawlessly. I guarantee you. You will not regret this. A bit more civilian factories out here at the very least. Nice kingdom. Let's do Berlin's pawns. Some stability and all that stuff over there. The decrease of opinion over there. We get the opinion everywhere really. But pawns, the UPSR and the UKP are two faces of the same one coin. It's a combination of both communism. I know. Definitely, I think it's a typo or something. Both beat heresy to Ukraine after the nation from within and ultimately answered the German overlords. The International, for the second or third, has no place for a national republic. Even the UPSR presents itself as a party of Ukrainian working and farmers. The true intention is fuel German imperialism, and they must be denounced. UKP, on the other hand, openly preaches international cosmopolitan revolution and it should be outright banned. Let's see how well that goes. Madagascar, no matter what. Yeah, those get like little. I know you're gonna get content when Barry members comes out over there because I think both of them Madagascar are because both of them they can join in the the vote for the leaks are there. One or two. One or two. Intrigued to the way. Getting general grasp on this. Because we're just gonna be reading a lot of reading, loads of readings and some things. Anyway, checkmate. Because Manovsky, together with his bodyguard, went on a trip to the Ministry of National Security. It's the government Mikhailovich. It took seconds in the office to wonder if he should have seen someone else instead. He barely got out for the chairman with the help of one of Manovsky's bodyguards and offered his interlocutor, Germany in our hand. Man, Mikhailovich gave him a firmer hug and both sat down at the table while the president tried to think about how he needed to find a replacement. So let's get started, said Mikhailovich as he produced the dossier of his communist rivals. He didn't react for a moment before he showed himself against the paper and spoke quietly. Yes, we should get started. But with the eyebrows and continue thumbing through the portfolio. As you know, Semenko is the current leader of the UKP. I dislike him more personally, but that is a secondary concern. He's more of a Wolf's pure personality, I would say. Naive and pure, a futurist poet and poorly cooked and remnant. I told his ambitions quite literally include space. So much love for the stars and none for the motherland. This file shows that we expect him to be a major city for easy coordinating the party and given the dictate of the countryside. Demon nodded for entirely too long. Okay, great. But what about the second person? What's his name? I can't remember. Kaganovich. His name is Kaganovich. This is an ideologue for a communist. He's vague, which side of the old Bolshevik movement he was a part of before he came home. Less popular within the UKP, yet potentially more dangerous. And why do you think that? Because he's less dogmatic than Semenko, easier to make allies, that. And let's see a natural survivor when I look at him. One does not stay relevant to the movement for so long and do so many failures without being cutting. Even before my ascension, he was carving old national communists to his side. Now he's probably hiding somewhere among the peasants and operating from there. Okay, now I understand. To be perfectly clear, if he arrests one of them, the other may gain more influence, right? Because Survivor may have more time to organize his faction, right? And the way he took away from this, it also gives shit that Gil didn't understand anything he said, and all responsibility will be on his shoulders again. Still outlining the case again each year, finally provided him the clarity. eBay feel inspire a new generation, kicking on which as I found, you should make a way dominant. We'll go after him. Not gonna be definitely gonna be. Let's do Kaganovich playthrough here. I also like to do some of the other paddle here, but I'm just mainly doing this because I had something to say about this. Besides, you know, there's not a lot of people. Christ. Our flag is yellow, blue, not red and white and red. Communists from Gas, Poland, and Berlin are quietly undermining the whole nation's cooperation to their master's plot. Who the most obvious mastermind segregation? Not Poland. Russian banning unions, a traditional bastion of real civilization. After that, there is no reason for us to safeguard Poland from our patriotic supporters. Should be allowed to flee if they desire. There should be no price for acting against such vermin. Our homeland is behind the sand. Or the sun. I don't know. Could be both, who knows? It's gonna take a while for us to actually get this death step running. There's another Brazilian Civil War. Always Brazil, man. I gotta do that. Social conservative reforms. Getting into some more conservatism, reducing cell, vanguard, and revision socialism. Even if we are anti-capitalist and full-throated nationalists, we are not bloodthirsty capitalists. We allow power, property, and shy up from communist excess, but our party is allowed to learn from Bismarck and up on designing a new socialist order. This project faces Ukrainian socialism the good representation of what we want to achieve. We will strive for white revolution and a red reaction. We will allow more welfare, lower the hours of workday, and improve the condition of workers' lives by establishing universal health care. Yeah, so we're doing Bismarckian socialism, which is basically be like, we're going to give the people and workers rights and better conditions and all that, while still maintaining our authority. Basically what we're doing over here, really. Nothing really too drastic. Nothing too extreme either, so... So who the hell knows? Let's take this one here. Okay. KBD. That's all. Get your boy Radical Radix. Very much interested to see how this could be expanded upon. When a Blood and Iron update comes out over there, I'm very curious to see how this can be expanded upon. Hero Liberation. Pelura, old father and old enemy. He's a man of charisma and heroism. Depending on who you ask, one of corruption and egoism. Can't, of course, let him go out, but disappearing suddenly would enrage his support in the army. So we will keep an arm's length from actual administration. We should publicly praise him. He's a hero of liberation. That is merely a symbol, and he should be allowed in this form. As a public, we can take out the closet. Take out the closet if we need it. Pulling on rent. That's a great title. Pulling on rent. Slide victory in Albania. That's a neutral. There's Beijing with his compromises. Yeah, I think it was that. Civil War. You still got the little thing, right? Yeah, you still got that. Civil War breaking out. The summer is provoked and fathers under arms in the next agriculture, but they treat with he reaches the warfare and invasion of the room as possible. I'm fuzzy. A dance in blood of massacre. The blood in the massacre. The mutiny. Very much no mutiny. Anyway, the Napoleon event. And this event. The big event, really. Minovsky. Well, one of a few. Like the ones I remember when I did some off-screen playthrough of this. No, seeing everything worked and all that. Mikhnovsky, to whom I will displeasure over receiving the dictator of Ukraine. Simon Pilura welcomed his rival into his house with open arms. Mikhnovsky almost wished he had agreed with a fist fight, but he had no choice. Even now, he knew he couldn't stop Pilura's ambition, but there was a way to tout the image of a national hero, at least to the people who mattered. It just so happened that there was evidence of duplicity on the open. Well, Pillar being a whore to the Poles was an open secret. Whore to the president, however. Ooh. Like Bill Clinton. That was bad. That was a bad joke. I'm so sorry. If no, you know. Christ. Anyway, yes, can we cut the chit chat and get down to business? Sure. What do you want from me? Mignovsky rudely gestured down the hall to the living room. Soon the two old men were seated across from one another. Piluria pouring his full drink. The president swirled the bottle of vodka in his glass before speaking up. I know you're conspiring against me, and you know I can't do anything against it apart from... But from what? Often you would deal. You down non-significant portion of a drink before continuing. What do you think about taking some time away from politics? I offer you some funny prediction in this crisis, and you leave attacking me to the others. We both stay old heroes in the Independence War, and nobody gets hurt. Piluria was unreadable. Strategic picture was probably known to him, and the two knew that they weren't sitting across from a fool. Sounds interesting, but something we're talking about. Let's say 7,500 kilovatts. That's another large sum. I don't think you have it with you now, do you? No, but I have a contract, and I will send him and deliver the money tonight if you sign. The gears were turning for Lewis' head. Nothing would stop him from breaking the packet after the money arrived, and he knew that. He knew that Mikhnovsky knew that, and vice versa. Old Mikola was crafty, but suddenly desperate for others. 2 hours he betrayed each other, but how long could a signature stay a secret? And how is Alex acting? We couldn't explain it to them first. He signed the pick of the pen and signed the document. Mikhnovsky swayed Pelura, killing his credibility in the process. Indeed, and we need that credibility to be killed in order to get what we want. Mouse again, damn it. Here's my mouse a lot lately. Definitely a better spot for it. Right. The army is a hive of Peluria royalists and young officers from Cossack families. With their own hopes for a bourgeois republic, it is in life at our back, and we will need to take pains to ensure it does not find itself sneaking into us. While we will preach militarism, we need brave young men to defend our country. It's time to publicly take a side against the political army and libertarian influence. It was a mistake to include them within our rally. But they could be said about every part of our democratic and old system. They know it's enormous, so we lose 50 manpower, we lose 30 things. 30 of the command power. Oh yeah. And HOSA. Here with the fucking... Yes, even in this time as an Islamic fundamentalist, he's still building up them Albanian forts. The Albanian forts will never leave. Very curious to see how that will play out whenever they get content. Very curious. 85, coming nuts. Pillory is a fine chapter of color. The USDRP and opening Marxist Party for one. And whereas the UPRS and UKP were against the issues of Ukraine, with the USDRP's leader, Volodymyr Venchenko, called the Ukrainian social democracy a small step and great leap to communism, but eventually lead to some place. The inhumane system is alien to the Ukrainian spirit of liberty and tradition. We can improve Pillory as an ideal to strive for. You can cooperate with the government, but the USDRP must be suppressed. Yes, must be suppressed. Very depressed even. Let's go, yep. See if they're gonna turn a war here like in the last game over there. Trying to blaze a blaze. See who's gonna win that war. This little 3-way war over here. I wonder if they can go down every path over in China. Definitely would be interesting to do purposes over there. I very much so like nations that can go down every path over there. It's fascinating to see how like each path can come about though when they're all there. Geez, very interesting. At least to me though. I don't know about you. And we step by step to victory. Our party is still revolutionary. Our goal is still attacked, and of course we're heading towards a national socialist state. Not really. We're not that kind of social nationalism. Anyway, cheers for President Mikhnovsky. Step by step we achieve victory. Hoping the champagne we begin to drink tonight every success we have achieved. We have abolished democracy to hold back our country. We have already prepared for February to exit for the tomorrow. Already opposed international. We still have much to do. For now, we can close the book of the servitude. We'll open another one to run a video epic. Sweet taste Victoria. Queen Victoria. Victoria 3 even, anyways. Yeah, no, we got troops that we can deploy here. We're not going to right now. I'm gonna wait till these guys get deployed. Matsky resigns, of course. Yeah, much south. Sweet taste of Victoria. Mikhail Mikhnovsky was once again in the office of a beloved chair. This time he wasn't looking at the man of a post provider, the one he had purchased in the protest outside that disappeared. You did, Mikhail, he whispered himself in full smile. He recalled his faithful was felt like the first time since the crisis began. Out popped the cork, and soon the river flowing into the fine glass word that kept for meetings. Freezing the vessel around to create the contents. He raised a private toast. For me, for the clan, and for the credit of this. The celebratory swig turned into emptying the content in one smooth gesture, rather than what victory meant. He don't understood the state of the nation. He played all of his foes off one another with the Machiavellian grace. Nothing could stop what was going out. The Ukraine of his dreams. Nothing would stop another glass for that matter, or another bottle. The catharsis of the last few months came pouring out. The little bastard Pillory was too late to push him aside like he did in the Independence War. Half the communists were on the run, even though you hadn't seen reason. Is the pressure of the protest or anything to go by? Ha! He almost forgotten to do without peace around his office. So what if his duty to Ukraine was falling over? Not so, but it would be a crime. With a duty away to stand up to Warsaw, building a real army, breaking the foe within and without. Hell, his story might as well have just been beginning. But at least the news of the infighting for Russia was promising for once. He used that tough ambition, but even in his neighbor state, something else began to plague his mind. It was cause of a dozen little boots on the floor, heading for his office. Indeed. Got the suck net over here. The coup of the century, and a bitter flavor of failure. The fool Mikhnovsky assumed Pillory was a symbol, a metal to take out of his drawer and pin proudly to his chest, and look, he didn't even know what hit him. When the entire structure built under his nose, his arrogance blinded him to the coup developing, as well as how much he had done to the Ukraine to his rule. And now, after the final test to rebuild the destruction he left, unfortunately, we'll start somewhere. Put that somewhere. We're getting close to time, so next time, we should go through the coup. We should do the things over here. And then we shall really get this thing going over here. So, see you guys in the next part. Bye.